So, I got a story to tell you. This happened well over the years. It has been a while since it happened. And when it started, was way back in like 2016, 2018. I'm not sure. Maybe 2017. But the thing is, it didn't just like simply just like start. My experience, it was like it was weird because I'll tell you another story later, but it was like I had a crush on a girl, right? And there was this girl that I'm not quite like remember what exactly like I did that made her like me, but she liked me. But like I didn't see that back then. I was like an oblivious child that doesn't understand woman feeling or men's feeling because I swing both ways. So I never really like keep it some thought unless it's like, oh, I'm attracted to this person. I'm attracted to this specific girl because back then I was still straight, pretty straight. I had like question about my sexuality sometimes, but most of the time it's like, oh yeah, I like this girl. I try to try to like flirt with her or something like that. But it's not every girl that I do that with. Not every girl. There's some really. And the thing is, she's probably like the only girl that is like this. Not quite like, oh, like, oh, she's the only one, but more like the only one that is like exceed the limit of which I can notice. So this girl was like this girl is ended on a extreme extreme end of the spectrum, I would say. I don't even know why exactly she finds interest in me. I know I said that before, but like I think I was like, oh, I'm looking. It was a silly idea of mine. I was like, oh yeah, I called myself Yuri back then in middle school or whatever. I called myself Yuri and like role play as a Russian because back then I don't know, a Russian was like militarized and it looks cool, so I decided to LARPing as people would call nowadays. Yeah, I was LARPing as a Russian guy. And some people fell for it, including some of the people that has like attraction towards me. Though for the most people, they just they know I'm laughing. Maybe like I don't speak Russian. I type in broken English, but then again, back then my English was not as good as today. Like like you cannot compare it at all because it was so drastic. The skill in English is so drastic. Anyway, I was looking for people with Y in their name so I can add them as a friend, and it was during like the time of TF2 golden age, I would say. There's no like casual matchmaking or anything like that. It's only like community server, so I jumped right into it and just find people with Y like in their name because I like the Y there. because I my initial online handle start with Y, right, in Yuri. So I find a bunch of people online with that initial and it stuck. And some of the friends that I still have, yeah, I met them because they have Y in their name. Believe it or not, it was kind of silly, but that's the truth of it. Actually, I don't remember whether she have Y in her name or not, but I'm going to assume she does. But one thing that stands out is it's like the Y in her name is like capitalized compared to the rest of her, of the name. And I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this because it was her old handle, and I don't think I don't think badly of her that she would, do something stupid, but just in case I don't know. Like, I don't think she's gonna find this video, right? Like, there's low chance that she'll find this video. Unless she's actually like, stalking me online and notice everything I do. Which I highly think that is very unlikely that a girl would be obsessed over me. To the point where they just observe me from the distance. Hang on, let me switch game. This game is too intense. Now, some of you might not agree with me on the game change because the type of this type of game is not exactly It's not exactly real praise, I guess, but I enjoy it. So I'm gonna choose Odyssey as a background game. So where was I? Oh yeah, about the name change, right? The name not change, but just the name in general. It was odd because her name is like Seyno, 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 and the Y is capitalized, which is really odd, right? It was almost as if she deliberately choosing to show that she is, like kind of like, oh, you want to get serious with this guy or something like that. It's the Y stand out, and I think I don't even know if it's safe to say, but it was really weird experience with her. I don't know much about her at first. I just assumed that she's just maybe like a girl to play games, and back then we would make joke about girls that doesn't play game, but that's how I first like met my crush. So that has been disproven for the longest time now. So girls do play game, and the kind of game we play was competitive and social because TF2 was a very social game. Like I said before, it was because it was way before the casual matchmaking and competitive match. Back then we just find a server and play, just play around with it. I don't remember if it still has back then it doesn't have official server from Steam or from Valve, and we just play and mess around with it. But yeah, the name was oddly specific because the other members Misky and sorry Misky for exposing you and your past like this, but you call yourself Yato before, so I'm gonna say it. I just said it. So yeah, Misky has Yato as a name, and that was normal because he's a weeb, and all English was not that great, because we are siblings. We're C and Southeast Asian sibling, right? But no, he's not related to me by blood or anything like that. It was just that other people have Y in the name, mostly in the first initial. Like my crush with Y as a in you, right? YU, and it's just more people that have Y in the name, which I'm not gonna go any further except Mesky because you changed your name, you're still around, and I don't think I disturbed your privacy. I would say I'm not disturbing your privacy. But yeah, I get people to join me and my gang with the Y in their name, and just go. Yeah, I think I made some artwork on Steam. We're not friends anymore on stream. On Steam rather, not stream. I stream too much. But we used to, and I think the shocking point is that it's not like first instant and just oh, you met and then you don't become friends and then you go separate way. No, it happened oh, I met her and then we met each other again. That's because I want to say sorry for how it was more about how I was being neglected. Not neglected, but neglectful of her. She does everything. She gave me Steam items. She gave me free games, and I can't really give her much really. So yeah, I feel kind of guilty for pushing it away while I'm trying to figure things out with myself and my crush and my situation back in 2008 and 2000. I can't speak. In 2018, it was a particularly dark year for me because I'm not gonna get into detail. I just shit happened. Okay, so I'm not friends with her anymore because she unfriended me, and I didn't think through it too much. And then I move around, and then I stay at some places. We move around a lot actually. It's almost like a tradition that we have to move every single year and then stay at some place for 3 full years only to move again. Not very satisfied with the place we stay in. Anyway, I think I gave enough context for about how I met her and all that, so let's talk about how she is when I really find out about what she like. Although I gotta keep some extra context before this. She was kind of rich, I guess. It's just kind of weird because she like mentioned her uncle and all that, and I was like, what? It turns out like the person that funded her Warframe account is her uncle or some kind. I think it was pretty much like probably like romantic, maybe, you know, like sugar daddy and stuff like that. So the way she used the word uncle is maybe maybe a cry for help, or maybe it's just actually her uncle, who knows. But I didn't understand other most is that I kind of pick up like bad signal from her in a way, because like why would her uncle want to play game with me? So it felt like maybe she was a he. But then again, I don't know. But I met her again in 2021, I believe. Yeah, it was 2021. And COVID just hit us. And I think it's fine to talk about COVID, right? It's not gonna like flag your video or whatever. But yeah, I had to go through that. And like I said, I want to apologize to her because I was neglecting her for a long time. And I want to like make amends to it. You know, I still like value you as a friend or stuff like that. And what a friend I was, because she started to become more like affectionate towards me. Oddly enough, it was in April as well. In the the month of April, everything goes like, man, like she's just happening and stuff. Anyway, back to the topic. It was strange, really strange, that uncle would like to play with me and all that. It was, man, now that I think about it, it's kind of creepy, no? Because I think I was still underage back then. No, I wasn't. But I didn't disclose my age back then, so it doesn't matter really. Maybe I was being group more like taking advantage by an adult male that is actually, you know, like behind the screen. Anyway, there was a sign in the early age that we become friends for the first time, right? When I was like searching for people with Y in their name. Anyway, there was a sign that she was mentally unwell. I'm gonna refer to she for now because I'm not sure anymore. As I talk about this, I kind of process the whole thing, you know, in real time. So we're gonna refer her as a she for now, because she was like, I'm not sure if it was her drawing or like just some art that she find on the internet, but it was really disturbing. It was very gory. And if you're a fan of like Kikuo, or actually not Kikuo, Kikuo is more like disturbing as the colors go. It's more like Maretu. Yeah, Maretu would be a good comparison to it. The kind of like explicit image or art or stuff like that, you know. It was very evident that she's obsessed with that kind of thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if she does ish. I don't want to say it out loud on YouTube. I feel like I'm gonna get banned for saying that. Should we switch game one more time? I can't focus on telling a story unless like my mother is like talking and all that. But enough yapping about me. Yeah, the imagery was like quite explicit. But the time that I reconnect with her in 2021 was different, because she kind of had like this maybe art like tool maker or whatever to make like her avatar, and she looked kind of cute in it. So I was saying, oh, you know, like, you know, I teased with her, I talked with her. It was it was very close to like Hello Kitty, Hello Kitty girl back in the days. I was like pretty much the victim of that, except I didn't get shanked for it, you know. Good thing we live in a different country. I'm pretty sure she was like in Taiwan, I think. Yeah, Taiwan. I think it was set on her profile back then. I didn't think much of it, but man, it was Taiwan. Have all the mentally ill girl that, you know, threatened to like, you know, SS and all that, because my friend also had like Taiwanese girl that's also, not to be confused with Thailand, by the way. Taiwanese girl that crazy and like blackmail you and threaten you. And my friend was like mentally ill too at the time, so it's like mutual understanding that he need to step away from the girl, and he like called the cop. But that's a story for him to tell, not me. I'm not gonna name names because he got a good life now. Life is going well with him. But yeah, she would send me like a picture of her, I guess like OC, and I don't have an OC back then. I'm just a guy, you know. I don't have this model back then. I don't even know how to make like a model or like get a drawing apart from the drawing I got from my crush, because she was like an artist, you know, a digital artist. And over time we would bond to the point where it just become dependency kind of thing, like emotionally. Like she want to do this and that, and I need to be there at every moment. It was kind of odd, really. Not kind of, but really odd. And at the time I was like, I think I'm important in her life, so I was like, oh, I need to stay beside her, because otherwise if I don't stay beside her, then well, she might doing something stupid. She might doing something that I would regret not doing, you know, like, you know, just keeping her safe in general. It's a kind of mentality that keep people around with abuser and people that hurt them emotionally, physically, and kind of like a Stockholm syndrome, I guess. But I don't know the term for it like properly. But yeah, I stay around with her and try to make things right. Trying to make her happy and feel like she have a place in the world. I try to be positive around her and all that, because I want her to get better for real. And most of the thing that I did didn't quite work well. I was like, I think I was telling her to like get help or something like that, and she was like, no. Like she like drift the topic to like something else, or like, you know, try to neglect her health and all that. And at the time I didn't have experience about like mental illness and medication, all that, until like 3 years ago, and that I'm, you know, taking medication and getting therapy session. So obviously I wasn't really mature back then, so I don't know what like to do. I didn't know what to do with people like her. And the way I say that is really hostile in a way, because like people like her are just trouble. They are just trouble, you know. They're not making any trouble. They're just trouble in their own mind. To be honest, even to this day, I still wish her the best, even if she set her private, you know, her profile to private and doesn't interact with anyone else. There's still people that care about her, and I wish people actually help her go through it, because she feel like the type of person that like they're just rejecting everything, you know, everything that society has to offer, something that I guess she lacked a lot. But yeah, the thing is, at the end, I feel like I didn't fit with her as much as I would love to, because you know how I am. I just think that in the end I couldn't stomach it, and I was like realizing that I need better people to connect with, rather than someone that is as trouble as I am. So I choose to stay away from her. I stopped talking to her. I was pretty much like ghosting her. Like she sent me a message and I would just ignore, which is probably not the best thing to do with someone that is mentally ill, but still, I was trying to protect myself. I was trying my best to stay away from trouble. I choose my mental health first, and I think I made the right choice, but it could have gone better, you know. Like, you know, we could just say goodbye in a way that doesn't make it feel like a mess that we forgot to clean up or whatever. Because I kind of feel bad for myself for distancing away from her and all that. Anyway, just if you want my honest opinion on like girl that are like this, stay the fuck away. Especially if you have like you are as mentally ill as they are. It doesn't even have to be on her level, you know. You just gotta be like, you know, away from her. If your life is unstable and it's not like working well for you, and you like desperately want to connect with someone, there's alternative, you know. There's plenty of fish in the sea, you know. It's not just her. It's not just a guy or a girl, whatever that you're trying to find in your life. You can stay a friend with someone you love, someone that, you know, you see as a crush or whatever. Just don't get try not to get attached to these kind of people, otherwise it's gonna eat you up from inside out, you know. Saying that, I thought of reconnecting with her again. Maybe not so soon, but like I want to know what she's up to, because I mean she was my friend, and you know, she kind of felt for me. So I felt like I have some kind of connection to that still. But even if we connect again and she does the same thing again, I don't think I'll continue with that. Even though I have like, you know, actual experience with like mental health, how to take care of my mental health and how to not make it affect me badly. I still be really much cautious. Yeah, I'll be very much cautious with someone like that. Since then though, after the incident, I didn't really connect with anyone else really, apart from a few friends that I formed as a group and a few friends that I found each other on like a trouble server. But that's a story for another day, not today. But yeah, that's pretty much my story, I guess. Try not to, yeah, don't stick your dick in the crazy. I think I'm allowed to say that, but you know, not sh. Yeah, I cannot say that. Otherwise, it's gonna get flagged. Yeah, don't do that kind of shit, brother. Just stay away from them, okay? Just be safe, you know. Just don't try to gamble yourself with someone that you cannot predict, someone that does not want to get better, someone that does not want to get some help or something like that. Just stay in your own lane and you know you'll be fine. Someone will find you eventually. It's not like never or forever, but eventually, you know. Because in a way, I found a friend that is really loyal to me and really good to me, and that takes time. That didn't just happen overnight. That takes time to create like a bond, you know, to band together and you know just be in general, just be someone that you know is reliable and have a sense of maturity and not simply just playing around in a way. So yeah, I guess that's the end of my story. I will, you know what, I do this for the content. I'll try to contact her again and see how it goes. If something could happen, I'll tell you. If she get better, I'll tell you. If she get worse, so I'll probably not gonna tell you, but I'll tell you briefly that, oh, you know, yeah, she's still the same. Something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Haven't done like a storytelling in a while, so yeah, I apologize for not being very performative or like coherent, because I keep switching games and trying to do something where the game is still very much needing my attention, even though like it's like 2-3 a.m. right now. Late night thoughts is gonna kill me one day. But yeah, take care of yourself. I'll be seeing you. Ciao.